Hello, beautiful people. This is me. I'm your host, and today we're gonna be talking about blush. When you think about blush, you think about those rosy cheeks which you see on kids. And why? Because blush is, let's put it underneath our skin, and most of the time it's either pink or red because of the blood vessels in our skin. Anyone can wear blush, even dark skin tones, especially if you have those bright colors, because they're gonna show up beautifully. While dark skin tone can, let's say, experiment with a blush, on the opposite spectrum, with the lightened one, it's a little bit harder. What I mean by it, and I'm gonna use myself as an example, in my case, I'm light skin tone and I have pink undertones, or let's say it, cool undertones, meaning, let's say if I'm running, being stressed, nervous, or if I'm blushing, my cheeks are really pink. So if you think about it, once I'm gonna put the foundation, yes, I even out my skin tone, but there is no point of me putting back the pink blush, which I'm trying to hide it. Dark skin tones, they look beautiful with pink blush. In my case, not so much. That's why I will have to choose the right color of the blush. As I said previously, anyone can wear blush, but you need to find the right shade. For example, my cheeks are pink, so no, I'm not gonna go for the bright pink blush or fuchsia because I'm not gonna look so nice. But I can easily go for the pinkish tone like a rosewood, like a deep rose, or pink blushes. In here I have my blushes. So the top drawer are the peaches, and then the bottom are rosy tones. I'm gonna go over them, swatch them, and let's see how many of them look similar. Maybe we're gonna find some dupes. And also, how about doing some declutter? I'm gonna start with the coral and peach blushes. I'm gonna start with Wet n Wild. That's their pearlescent pink, and yes, that's the order package, the newer one. The newer one, it's round. By the way, I'm gonna list all the products and colors in the description box, but let me show you how it looks. It's a nice color with a little bit of a sparkle, but it's not too much. All right, let's try it on. Already put a little bit, and because it's Wet n Wild, yes, it's gonna give you a punch. If I show it closer, you can barely see the sparkles, but yes, they are still there. Sticking with Wet n Wild, I have the other shade. This one, it's called Mellow Wine, and yes, it's a little bit darker shade. So let me get them closer. So that was the pearlescent pink. That's the Mellow Wine. Yes, it's still, it is kind of neat. I'm gonna follow up with Benefit. I have here two of their items. First one is Sugarbomb, and you're getting 4 different shades, so you can mix them up and you're gonna get the color. Also, you can focus on either one or the other side and see which one you're gonna prefer. But yeah, let's just, come on, you. Here we go. Okay, so we get Wet n Wild, we got the Sugarbomb. I'm gonna follow up with Coralista, and depending how much blush you're gonna use, you can either get the nice, or let's say light or deep color. But even if you're wearing something, put it this way, if you have a really pigmented blush, you can still use it. It's just you need to be very careful with how much you're gonna apply it. Okay, so here we go. We got the Wet n Wild, pearlescent pink, Mellow Wine, then we have Sugarbomb and Coralista. Coralista, it's a little bit lighter than the pearlescent pink, but at the same time, if you're gonna apply this with a lightened hand, the color can be almost the same. And yes, they both have sparkle. Do they? No, not really. This one has more sparkle than the Coralista. Two blushes from L'Oreal. And yes, this one, it will give you a punch. This is a little bit lighter. I'm gonna start with this one. And yes, if you're gonna apply it lightly, the color, of course, gonna be lightened. But also this is gonna look beautiful on a dark skin tone. The name of it is Marigold. This shade was Marigold, and this one it's called Peony, so it's like the flower. Just put a little bit more. We got Peony and Marigold. From drugstore, I have the Covergirl Blush. That's their Peachy Punch or Peach Punch Blush in a color Peach Punch. Okay, so let's... Oh, this one, it's way softer than the other colors, than the other blushes. Let's see what it's familiar with. So this one looks a little bit like the Coralista. So that could be another cheaper alternative if you can still find it. I know I bought this one on clearance, and because I like it so much, I already have a backup of it. Next one, it's oldie but a goodie. That's Luminoso from Milani. It's famous for a good reason, because this, it's a baked blush. Similarly as with either Wet n Wild or this one, it can give you a punch. I'm glad they changed the formula, not really formula, the consistency, because it used to have sparkles, but now it doesn't, and it will suit way more people. Two more items. First, it's from Cargo. That's their Los Cabos, and that's their water resistance blush. Yes, it's really punchy, so be careful if you are light skin tone, but it will look beautiful if you are darker skin tone. Here we go. And those shades are beautiful for spring and summer. Because they are Brighten shades, it doesn't mean you need to only stick with the seasons. You can wear them all year round. It's just watch out how much you are applying. The last item, it's from Laura Geller. That's their Blush and Brighten Peach Nectar. Let me show you the shades. So yes, you have the baked product. You have to swirl it to achieve the shade you want. And here we just... Let me swatch it again. Oh, my head is so colorful. If you take a look at my forearm, those are my peachy corally blushes which I have. And as you can see for yourself, yes, they're really neat. It's up to you if you wanna go with something lighter or a little bit darker. Just watch out how much you are applying, but you can wear them any time of the year. Since I show you my peaches, now I'm gonna move over to the pinks. Those are my pinkish blushes, so let's swatch them as well. And let's start with the drugstore. In here I have the Covergirl Soft Sable. Yes, it's a drugstore, but guess what? The color, it is really pretty, and it doesn't really seem that way till you're gonna apply it. No, Soft Sable, yeah, that's the shade of it. And yes, it's one of those colors which will look pretty, or I should say look really good almost on anyone. And sticking with drugstore, from Physician Formula, I have their Butter Blush in Plum Rose, and that's the way how it looks. So let's give it a go as well. Like, this is more pinkish, this is more plummy. Two blushes from Laura Geller. First one is the pink Buttercream, which similar as the other one, it has baked formula, and you have to swirl it around to get the shade. Here we go. You can see the tone difference between this one and the other two blushes. This is Bora Bora, and yes, it's really light. However, I'm gonna use this as a highlight. Here we go, because it's so light, but it has a sparkle. Sticking with light pinks, I have the Dandelion from Benefit. Yes, it is really light, so let's give it a try as well. Okay, so that's Dandelion. You can barely see it. Okay. Get Covergirl Physician Formula Laura Geller, and this is the Dandelion. Another blush from Benefits, it's their Bamba, and yes, comes in that nice shiny package. When you open it, the color is different than the one from Dandelion. This one gives a punch and it has sparkles, so let's put it on, or let me swatch it for you. Come on, let's put it some more. Here we go, way better. Okay, so those are the shades which we have so far. From LANCOME, I have small sample of their Blushing Nude or Blushing Rose. Blushing Nude, if this thing only gonna open, here we go. It is a nice looking blush, so let's put it somewhere where we can go. Here we go. Four blushes left from Estee Lauder. I have their Sensuous Rose. So let's put it next to the LANCOME one. It is pretty shade. If you look at closer, they are kind of similar. I'm gonna finish it up with drugstore items. First one, it's gonna be Maybelline Fit Me. That's their peach blush. Come on. Yeah, peach. So let's swatch next to the other two. Slowly, I'm running out of space. One from Revlon. Besides this one, they have another blushes, but the one in square packages are wonderful. That's the Apricot. And come on, open up so I can show you to the world. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna put it next to the one from Maybelline. Yep. So let's give it a try. And yes, it's more powdery. Where I can put you. Here we go. The last product is from L'Oreal. That's their Rosewood Blush. And let me swatch this one as well. Can I swatch you? Here we go. That's the Rosewood from the L'Oreal range. And let me give you a closer look. As you see for yourself, there are many different shades. Some are more similar than the others, but they all look very, very beautiful. I'm gonna show you a couple other items which I have. From Elizabeth Arden, I have their trio, which was in their Christmas collection. Apparently it's blushes, but if you look at it, they're a little bit deeper, or based on the skin tone, you can use them different way. In my case, I can easily use them as an eyeshadow, and that's the shade which I have on my eyes. However, if you darken skin tone, those colors, they will look beautiful, and also you can use them as highlights as well. So let's put them somewhere. Here we go. From NATASHA DENONA, I have her blushing duo, which when you look at it, yes, it looks pretty. However, the product itself, it's very powdery, so you're gonna have a lot of fallout. Can I put you? Here we go. So yes, I'm like, the color is pretty, but then when you look in here, yeah, you have a powder everywhere. And does it look similar? Yeah, this color, it's similar to the one which I already swatched. So yes, I'm gonna declutter it because I'm not gonna really use it. And with the highlight, I have another one in my collection which they perform almost the same. Alright, those were all my blushes. Maybe if you're on a lookout for a new one, this video was helpful. So now at least you know how they look and swatch. And I see you next time. Bye!